And a judge has granted a 2-week delay in the sentencing of former Faro strip club owner Peter Gerace who was convicted of drug and sexual trafficking well over a year ago.
The new sentencing date is April 24th. This decision was made just a few hours ago, and Channel 2's Dave McKinley is back from court to explain how this all came about. Dave?
Mary Alice, the issues raised that led to this latest delay involve 2 separate cases, 3 separate judges, and several different lawyers, making things at this stage all sorts of complicated.
As he awaited trial in the Faro's case, Gerace was indicted along with several other men in a separate witness tampering case, where they're accused of orchestrating the fatal overdose of a former Faro's dancer named Crystal Quinn to keep her off the stand. At the time, Gerace was represented by attorney Stephen Cohen. Cohen is not accused of having any knowledge of any plot to kill Quinn. He's never been formally accused of anything, yet he's been labeled by the government as an unindicted co-conspirator for allegedly taking other steps to keep Quinn off the stand and to get the original judge in the Faro's case, John Sinatra, to recuse himself. The 9-week Faro's trial was conducted by Judge Lawrence Villarto, who also had been assigned the Crystal Quinn case. But that's now been reassigned to Judge Elizabeth Wolford, who's pressuring prosecutors to determine once and for all if Cohen was part of any conspiracy before that case proceeds. But even if that turns out to be not the case, Gerace's current lawyers say it raises questions of whether Cohen had a conflict in his defense of their client and constitutional questions of effective counsel that went on to impact their ability to defend Gerace. Prosecutor Joe Trippi described this all as more or less stuff and nonsense. Today in court, he noted Cohen had not been Gerace's lawyer for more than a year before the Faro's trial began, that during the trial, Gerace was represented by his current attorneys who were free of conflict, and that the issues now being raised should have no bearing on the sentencing issues in the Faro's case, concluding in a motion paper that the only thing that is new is the defendant's revised attempt to adjourn his sentencing again and to further delay consequences of his crimes.
Now, this gets us back to Judge Villarto, who said in court today that he didn't want this dragged out much longer, but that he wanted to act with an abundance of caution to give Gerace every opportunity to address constitutional questions which could surface in an appeal. Prosecutors contend that is the only time they should be addressed, and that Gerace should be sentenced without any further delay. On your side in the studio, Dave McKinley, Channel 2 News.
Thank you, David.